Enemy taking C. We lost C.
What's up YouTube, this is World War Black Ops Pro, and today I'm going to give you my official review on the Havoc DLC. Now in the background you're going to see some gameplay of Exo Zombies. That me and my friend, the Camp God, aka MLG Epica, got, and you know, Exo Zombies is probably one of the highlights of the DLC, and it turned out, in my opinion, much better than expected. So I'm going to go into the zombies first because that's what everyone wants to hear, because the multiplayer map, I mean, I'm not really sure who is too excited about the multiplayer maps, but everyone kind of buys the DLC for zombies. That's kind of how it is. Now the zombies turned out much better than expected. Like previously on my channel, you might have realized that they might have noticed that I've uploaded videos of me saying that the zombies are going to be copy and paste of what they did with Exo Survival, like what they did with the zombies in a riot. And I thought that was going to be true because, you know, Sledgehammer wasn't initially planning on putting zombies into their game. They were just going to make a normal DLC, but, you know, the sales were kind of bad, so they decided, okay, we're going to put something in that the fans really want, and we have zombies. Now, and I didn't think they were going to copy Treyarch so much, like take a bunch of Treyarch elements like Perks and Pack-a-Punch and Mystery Box, because you gotta remember that the Atlas storyline is entirely different from the Treyarch storyline, with like characters like Rick Token and Maxis and all these other guys. Like totally different storyline. So that's why I didn't think they're gonna be following it. But they did reskin a lot of stuff and they just rename it, and I don't have any problem with that because at least that's fun. I mean, I would have definitely preferred that over them trying to make up something on their own, because you know, you guys know how that works with Sledgehammer and creativity. You just get a pile of crap, and yeah, so that's why I'm kind of happy that they did take a lot of elements from Treyarch Zombies. Now there are a few problems with the map though, and one that it is kind of small. I mean, I guess it's not that big of a deal, but when you have exo movements and stuff, like exo movements encourage really fast gameplay, and I don't think that jumping around, boost jumping and everything has a whole lot that doesn't really make sense in a map that has very tight corridors. It doesn't really make sense to me, but that's kind of how it is. But there's also some other problems, like they did add a few annoying things to this map. Like, I mean, overall it's fun to play, don't get me wrong, but they added a few annoying things like the EMP zombie is probably the biggest issue that I have with this map, and the reason I do is because you gotta look at it from this standpoint. So the zombies towards the later rounds, like of course they're walking right now in the gameplay, but they run really fast. They run at about your speed, and if you remember correctly, like in Treyarch Zombies, like Black Ops 2, World at War, Black Ops, the zombies would run at about the speed you walked at, so you had a big advantage over them in terms of mobility. But in this game, they decided, okay, we're going to give you an exosuit. So in order to balance the increased mobility, they're going to give zombies more speed, and they're going to give them exosuits. So you're facing an enemy that's much more mobile and much more dangerous. So that kind of makes the exosuit required, essentially, to play this game. If you don't have it, you're going to be trapped in a corner with little to no hope to survive. So with the Exo Zombies, or the EMP Zombies, they EMP your exosuit. You are pretty much vulnerable. You can't really do anything. The zombies have much more mobility than you do, so you're pretty much all around screwed. And I don't like that. I feel like if they took out the EMP zombies who would just take out your exosuits, I think this map would be much more playable. But I mean, it's not too game breaking because I did find out that glitch. So yeah, that kind of makes up. That kind of redeems the map. I mean, hopefully they don't patch it anytime soon. I mean, I have another glitch I haven't showed you guys yet. I mean, it's not as good as the other one, but it still gets the job done if you're careful. Yeah, I mean, make sure you do that, guys, sometime in the future. Not many people know about that glitch either, so yeah, you kind of have to resort to using glitches because of the BS in this map. And there's also some other BS like the infected zombies that, I mean, really, it's like, if I'm touched by this one zombie, like literally, if a zombie like this certain type of zombie that looks like a Cyclops, like if he touches you, you're basically you're basically screwed because you only have like a minute to survive, and you have to go get some, you have to go cure yourself, you have to get some medicine or something. So that can be annoying. I mean, yeah, I mean, I at least use the glitches for those rounds because those rounds just get really annoying. I don't want to be touched by a zombie and have to fight my way over to some room to cure myself. I don't feel like I should have to do that. So yeah, that's probably a few biggest problems with this map. It's small and the type of enemies you face, and it does create a very chaotic and hectic map. Like Exo Zombies is nothing like we've ever seen before. We haven't. Exo Zombies, you could train them, you could camp, but you can't really camp that well because the zombies move really fast, and you can't really train them well because they don't move in predictable patterns. So that's unfortunate. But ultimately, this map is pretty fun, and if you're a Zombies fan, I would recommend getting this DLC. Now let's get on to the multiplayer maps. Now the multiplayer maps, they range from okay to just mediocre. That's what I have to say about them. They're not anything special. Like probably the worst map out of the DLC is Core. I mean by far probably is Core. That map, it looks like it's just a clusterfuck, I guess. There's really no flow to it. It looks ugly too. It's like there's just no point. It just looks bad. Like there's a bunch of rubble everywhere. It's all rust. Like there's rust everywhere. It just doesn't look good from a cosmetic standpoint. And yeah, there's just nothing really that special to it. And I mean, it looks like there's like a lake of Kool-Aid or something next to the map. So I'm not even sure where they're going with that. So yeah, that map's not too good. So let's get to another map, Sideshow. I mean, Sideshow is an interesting map. I mean, it's a bunch of clowns and everything. But there's a couple of problems with this map. I mean, one of them is that the map's way too small. It's a really small map, and given that like it's probably close to Nuketown size, maybe a little bit bigger, but given that you have exo movements, it's just way too small. So I don't think that, yeah, I don't think that that map is the right size. I think it should be made bigger. I mean, I don't know if how they could do it at this point, but not only that, but you can't really access a bunch of areas that you probably should be able to. Like you can't. There's only one room in the motel you can get into, like one room, and those you can get into the lobby, and that's about it. There's no other areas you can get into for the motel. So yeah, and the clown cannonballs, yeah, those are kind of annoying. I mean, I haven't really played them maps too much because I've been playing more on zombies than a multiplayer. As you can tell, I mean, I'm enjoying the zombies a lot more than I am the multiplayer. So yeah, that's why I'm on there more. But let's get on the next map, Drift. I mean, it looks nice, but again, there's not that much verticality. I mean, I would like to be able to access some of the second floor rooms. I don't know why they don't allow us to do that, but you know that they should. I don't know why. You know, I would like to be able to go in the second floor windows like I have been able to do in all the other CODs. So why can't I do that in this one? And plus it's like a Christmas village, so I mean those resorts everywhere and stuff. But I mean, you could easily make a second floor window or something where I can camp at. Like, come on, Sledgehammer. Step up your game. So yeah, that map's overall it's not bad. It's probably one of the better ones in this DLC. And then there's Urban, which Urban is another. It's even smaller than Sideshow. It's way too small. There's only 2 buildings in the center of the map. I mean, in a way, it's somewhat like Nuketown, but it doesn't play anything like Nuketown. Especially since it's too small. The extra movements make you get around the map like way too fast. Yeah, it's not that, and then you know, just combined with the fact that it's all gray. It's just not a very colorful map. I personally don't like it. I mean, some of you guys might like that hectic, fast-paced action, but it just looks plain and boring in my opinion. Like they probably could have done more with it, so I'm not sure what they were thinking. So that's all I have to say for the DLC. I mean, if you're in terms of whether or not you should buy it, I mean, you probably should if you're a Zombies fan. Otherwise, maybe not. I know you just have to weigh out the costs and the benefits there. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the commentary, enjoyed the gameplay. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching. This has been World at War, and see you guys later.